there! Thanks for joining me for another technique video today. This month I'm going to do a technique that I originally learned from the Technique Junkies December '07 newsletter, and it was a technique called dry embossed wash. Today I'm going to show you a little bit different variation of it. And this is the finished card, and the technique is here in the background. So let's get started. The first thing that you want to do is you want to take the this is the music Cuttlebug folder, and you want to take a piece of white cardstock. I'm using the Papertrey Stampers, I think it's the Stamper Select cardstock, and you want to run it through your Cuttlebug. Now this is a 5x5 piece, and because it's bigger than the Cuttlebug folder, you're going to have to run it through twice. And what I'm trying to show you here is what you need to do when the paper is bigger than the folder is you need to line it up where it's going to start again, just like that, and run it through again, and you will end up with that. So here we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to take watercolor crayons. You can use any kind you want. I'm using the Stampin' Up! Ones. I'm using the Lovely Lilac and the, I think it's Orchid Opalins. And what you want to do is you want to just color in a random pattern all along the white cardstock. And it's almost like you're just scribbling. And you can leave, you actually want to leave some white, so you don't have to cover the entire thing. And just, you know, do that in a random pattern all over the cardstock until you've got it covered how you want it. Now, another way that you can do this, actually the way that I learned it, is you can, for a more subtle look, you can use the watercolor crayon directly from, or the crayon color directly from the crayon by using a water brush. You just go ahead and you take your water brush, I'll just show you real quick. Take your water brush and then put it directly to the crayon, and then you would put it on that way. And that would give you a more subtle look. I'll show you what it looks like at the end, but today I'm going to show you how I do it this way. So anyways, now you want to take your water brush and you just want to activate the crayon and just blend everything that you just put down. Just like this. You know, there's no special way really to do it. Just, you know, get enough water on your brush, in your brush, to be able to blend it. I really like these water brushes because then you don't have to go back and get, you know, you don't have to keep putting it in water to clean it or anything like that. And you actually don't need to clean it in between colors here because you're blending them. So anyways, we're just blending the colors just like this. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is you want to take some gesso, or it could be gesso. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it, but I'm just going to call it gesso. If anybody says I'm wrong, go ahead and tell me and we'll know for next time. So anyways, I just want to take what's in the lid, and I am going to get my Colorbox stylus. And this is what it looks like. You could actually even use a sponge if you want. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this gesso here, and I just want to tap it off, or just kind of pull the excess off, just so I have a little bit on the stylus. And then I want to run it on top of the raised part. Hopefully you guys can see that. Just like that. And basically what it's doing is it's going to cover up where I put the color on the raised part, so that this part is actually white again. Just like that. I'm going to do the same thing down here. And you know, if you get a little bit too much on there, it's okay. You can always, you know, go back in and spread it. But that's why it's good to, when you run it, when you put it in the gesso, just go ahead and just drag off the excess. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do the bottom. As you can see, those raised parts are now turning white again. Just like that. Okay. There you go. Okay, now you're going to leave that to dry for a few minutes. Then you want to wash off your stylus. And I'm going to take some of the Tim Holtz Distress ink, and this is the Black Soot. And I want to tap my stylus into that. And then I want to do the same thing I did with the gesso and just run it on top of the embossed part again. And this time I'm going to make it black. And I'm just going to kind of use a kind of a swiping motion so that I try to keep it all on the embossed part rather than on the flat part. But if you get some on the flat part, it's okay. It's not a big deal. I'm going to get a little bit closer just so you guys can see a little bit better. Actually, let's back that up a little bit more. Okay. So once again, just swipe it across, just like that. And as you can see, I got a little bit on the flat part, but that's okay because we're going to be able to fix that here in a minute. So now we're making the music notes black. And I'm rushing a little bit for time, so if you take your time, if you're not rushed for time and you take your time, then you won't get as much black on. So anyways, to go ahead and fix that, you're going to go back again with your gesso, and you're going to take a regular brush this time. I'm just using a regular brush. And I'm just going to go over those parts where I got the extra black. Just like this. And you just want to play with this so that you're blending in. It's kind of like using whiteout, sort of. You're just going to blend in that black. And it might turn a little bit gray, but that's okay because, purple and white and gray, it's a good color combination. And just, play with it. Blend it all in. And you can let it dry and come back, and then you can blend it some more. And just like that. So that's it. Let's go back to the original card, or the finished card. So anyways, this is the finished card again, and what I did is I took a piece of the same Stampin' Up! Cardstock I did, this is the Lovely Lilac, and I stamped the thank you stamp with Versamark, and then I embossed it with black embossing powder. The thank you stamp is from Lasting Impression with Panache. And I matted that on a piece of the Orchid Opulence. I did some faux stitching around, used a ticket punch, and then put 4 black brads, matted it on a piece of Orchid Opulence again, and a final mat of black. The final card size is 5.5 by 5.5, and I finished it off with a purple organdy ribbon. And that's it. So there's the card. I will put supplies and dimensions on the video and also on my blog. So if you have any questions, let me know. I hope you have enjoyed today's technique, and you will come back again next month and join me for another technique video. So thanks for stopping by.